There's no way that this claw is going to be strong enough to lift that thing. Oh my god. Hey everyone, how's it going? So for this video, I'm going to be doing another play-by-play, but I actually did this pre-recorded, so my voice right now is actually something that's happening as I'm watching the video again while I'm editing it. But anyway, basically, in the intro you saw that there is a Snorlax that looks like it could have been 1, and I'm going to actually show up the replay here because it really was able to be 1 in 1 try, and I kind of want to do a video that shows how you use replays to your advantage. So since I pulled up this replay, let's go ahead and check it out. So take a note about where the claw is being aimed on this, and you'll be able to see, basically where you're supposed to aim. You got to make sure that the claw actually hooks up on the armpit of this plush, and then there you go. Yeah, it looks pretty simple enough, right? Alright, so let me recount the live play that I have here. Basically, when I went into this machine first, somebody already won it. So we needed to wait for it to refresh and restock. Now, it actually takes about, or at least for this experience, it took about 5 minutes before the people actually realized that somebody won it, and then they restocked it. So I was basically just on this machine for however long that took. And then once it restocked, I had to fight to try to see if I can get in front of line. And you'll notice that once it restocked, people already started to try to get into the machine really quickly. Now, indicated by this 1 here, it means that I'm the next person in line, so the person who's currently playing the machine, if they wanted to give up for any reason, I would be the next person who has a chance to play it. But in this particular situation, this person actually does try it. So, yeah, see, and here's this person starting. Alright, so here it looks like they aimed it a little bit too far to the right, but in terms of aiming for the armpits of the Snorlax, yeah, they're still a little bit off too. They should have aimed a little bit further back. Alright, so at this point, people would think, oh, okay, well, it moved a little bit, so it should be pretty good to get, right? Well, here I actually wouldn't try it, and I do get the chance to play it right now, as you can see, but I actually don't play it because whenever I look at replays and I want to try to win something in 1 try, I almost always only play it if it's into close to or in the exact same position as it was in the replay. And somebody is going to be trying to play it this time too, so yeah. And see, that looks like it's a pretty good aim, and I think even when they aim towards the back, they're actually going to hook it on the armpit, but because it's lower on the platform, I don't think it's actually not going to be able to lift it up all the way, right? In fact, it moves it a little bit further closer to the camera than it's supposed to. So at this point, I already know that you can't win it in the exact same way, so at least at this point, let's go ahead and examine the replay a little bit further. Alright, so let's go ahead and look back on the replay, and let's take note about where things are aiming. So as I mentioned before, you have to make sure that the claw actually hooks up on the armpits, and let's see where it is that we need to aim the claw. So you're basically moving the claw to the right, a little bit closer to where like the edge of the face is, in between the arms, and yeah, you just got to make sure that it hooks up, and then when it lifts up the prize, it needs to be able to lift it so that both of the claws hook up on the armpits, and still drag it over to the right a little bit so that it can fall into the hole. Yeah, I mean, you really basically are trying to replicate whatever it is that you see in the replay, so that way it falls in the exact same way. So let's go ahead and go back on the machine. Now, when I went back into the machine, people were still trying to win this Snorlax in the position that we left it, but you'll notice that it's a little bit closer off to the platform. So you just have to do the traditional way of actually knocking this thing off, and you just have to tip it over. Alright, cool. So at this point again, a lot of people have been watching the machine, but I think at this point some people don't save the replays. So I was hoping that people don't remember how to win it, so let's go ahead and speed it up again. And hopefully I can be the next person in line, which in this case I was actually able to fight for the first place. And yeah, I had the chance to play it. So that was really exciting. I just needed to make sure that I knew exactly how to win this. So as of course, you just basically need to aim the claw a little bit more to the right of the center of the plush, and then you got to make sure that you actually hook the armpit so that it can lift. So yeah, let's go ahead and watch how I do this. See, so that basically is in the same spot. Boom. And then I remembered when I watched it first previously that the person aimed a little bit too far ahead. And voila. And it's won the exact same way. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. So, I mean, when I saw that there was the replay available, I was like, all right, I'm going to put in $5 right now. I can't wait to, you know, I can't wait for the next day to get a free play. And also, I didn't want to lose on the chance that they might actually change the machine or they might remove the machine. So I wanted to make sure I had a chance to get this. So that's pretty much my thought pattern and how long it takes. I think overall it took about 15 to 20 minutes to just kind of wait for the machine to get open. But see, if it happens to be the same way that it was for when I was watching it, that people would actually mess up the initial grab, it might actually make it so that it'll take a while before the machine gets ready again where it's in the start position. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the way that I think about this game and you kind of got a chance to look into my mind when it comes to strategizing and rewatching replays. So if you really like Toreba, I have a lot of Toreba content on my channel, so please make sure to like and subscribe and share it to other people so that we can expand on our Toreba community. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all around.